Hello everyone, you are welcome to a series of videos on preparation for Igcse examination. In this video, I will solve all the Igcse function questions in 2018. Before then, let's have a quick revision of function. What is a function? When you insert a value into the device or the machine and the machine produces one value, then you have a function. So in summary, one input or an input cannot give different output. Okay, take for instance, let's say you have a function. If you insert 1, okay, so you should have a single number. Probably this is the device, this is the machine. Okay, so if you insert 1, you should have your output to be a value. Take for instance, let's say 2. So when you insert 1 and you could either get 2 or 3, or you could get more than one output, then you don't have a function. So in summary, a function is a device in such a way that when an input is passed to it, it gives only one output. Okay, so as far as Igcse is concerned, okay, so you should be able to do the following. You should be able to use function notations to describe simple functions. You should be able to find inverse of functions. You should be able to form a composite. You should be able to form composite functions. So these are the basic 3 things you should be able to do in Igcse mathematics. So let's look into the first one. So if you have f of x equals to 3x minus 5. So this is a function in as much you insert a value of x and you get one value of f of x. Okay, and you could as well write a function like this, y is equals to 3x minus 5. So this is another way of representing a function, and equally you could write it as f is a function of x, which implies 3x minus 5. So this is another way of denoting a function. So irrespective of the one you use, you should always get one output. That is when you can regard this as a function. Let's look into an example. Take for instance, you have f of x to be equals to 3x plus 5. This is a function and you want to find f of 2. So what you need to do here is to put x equals to 2. That is, anywhere you see x, you put 2 there. So f of 2 will be 3 into x, then that will be 3 into 2 plus 5, then 3 into 2, that will be 6, add 5, and this will be 11. So that is f of 2. So let's look into another thing you should know, that is inverse function. So to get or to find or determine the inverse of a function, you just have to make use of this simple trick I'm going to show you now. So given that f of x is equals to 3x plus 5, so find f inverse of x. So to do this is very simple. So just let f of x to be equals to y from here. Okay, so that will be y equals to 3x plus 5. Okay, now let's make x the subject of the formula. So that means plus 5 has to go to the left hand side, and when it does that, it becomes a negative number. That will be y minus 5 equals to 3x. So we need to divide both sides by 3 to make x the subject of the formula. So when you divide both sides by 3, so you have y minus 5 over 3 equals to x, which could be written as x equals to y minus 5 everything over 3. Okay, so the last thing you need to do is to replace x with f of x inverse and y with x. So that means instead of x, we have f inverse of x to be equals to, instead of y, then you have x minus 5 over 3. So this is the inverse of this function. Another thing you should know is composite function. So given that f of x is equals to 3x plus 5, then you have g of x to be equals to x squared plus 2. Then g f of x is referred to as a composite function, okay, because we have the combination of functions g and f respectively. So if you want to find this, okay, so what you need to do is to insert f of x into g of x as the x value, okay. So this is g of x, okay. So anywhere we see x there, we pass in f of x, then that will be a composite function, okay. So let's insert f of x into g of x. So g of x is s squared. So instead of s squared, this will represent my x. So it will be 3x plus 5. So this is x now. Then let's square it. Then plus 2. So let's expand this. So the shortcut to this expansion is to square 3s, and that will be 9x squared. Then plus the product of 3x and 5 multiplied by 2. So the product of 3x and 5 will be 15x multiplied by 2. That will be 30x. Then plus the square of 5. That will be 25. That is the expansion of this. Then add 2. Then finally, you have g f of x to be equals to 9x squared plus 30x plus 27. So if you are asked to find g f of 2 now, so this is pretty easy. You can only get g f of 2 if and only if you have g f of x. So this is our g f of x. Now you can find g f of 2. So g f of 2 will be, so anywhere we see x in this function or this equation, okay, so we'll pass 2 to it, okay. So this will be 9 into 2 squared plus 30 into 2, then plus 27, okay. So this will be 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 9, 36, plus 30 times 2, that will be 60, plus 27. If you add these three numbers together, you should get 1, 2, 3, okay. So this is what you need to know about functions as far as IGCSE is concerned. So let's look into the first question. This is question 22 of paper 058021 May June 2018. F of x equals to 5 minus 2x. G of x equals to x squared plus 8. Calculate f of minus 3. So this is a composite function. So you need to find f of x before you can find f of negative 3. Okay, so in this case we are passing f of x into f of x. Okay, so f of x is 5 minus 2x. So that means anywhere we see x in f of x, we pass in f of x. So this will be 5 minus 2. So instead of x now, so we pass in f of x, which is 5 minus 2x. So let's expand this. That will give us 5 minus 10, then plus 4x. So this will be minus 5 plus 4x, which is the same as 4x minus 5. So this is f of x. Now we cannot get f of negative 3. Okay, so this implies that anywhere we see x in f of x, we pass in negative 3. So this will be 4 into negative 3 minus 5. this will be negative 12, negative 5, and this will give us negative 17. So that will be the value of f of negative 3. So let's go to part B. Find g of 2x. So we know that g of x is equals to x squared plus 8. Now we want to get g of 2x. So this implies that anywhere we see x, we pass in 2x. Okay, so we have x here, it will be 2x then squared. So our 2x is now x, so we square it, then plus 8. So this will be 4x squared plus 8. So the final answer is 4x squared plus 8. So let's find the next one. That will be f inverse of x. So already we know that f of x, let's write here, f of x is equals to 5 minus 2x. So that is f of x. Then we can now get f inverse of x, okay, by following the trick that was mentioned earlier in this video. So let f of x to be equals to y, then equals to 5 minus 2x. So let's make x the subject of the formula. So you have 2x equals to 5 minus y. Then divide both sides by 2. So you have x to be equals to 5 minus y over 2. Okay, then finally replace x with f inverse of x and y with x. So that will leave us with f inverse of x to be equals to 5 minus x over 2. So you have 5 minus, okay, let's write this. You have 5 minus x over 2. That will be the inverse of f of x. So we are not interested in this question. So let's go to the next one. So this will be question 25 of paper 058022 October November 2023. So we have f of x and then g of x respectively. So we want to find g f of x. So to get g f of x, so it means we want to pass f of x into g of x. So the meaning is that anywhere you see x in g of x, you put f of x there. So g of x is equals to, so this will be equals to 5. So instead of x, okay, we will pass in f of x, and f of x equals to what? Equals to x to the power of 3. So we'll pass it there, plus 2, and this will be 5x cubed plus 2. So this will be the final answer, 5x to the power of 3 add 2. So let's go to part Roman figure 2. We want to find g inverse of x. So we know that g of x is equals to 5x plus 2. So as usual, let g of x to be equals to y. Okay, then the function will be equals to y equals to 5x plus 2. Then we need to make x the subject of the formula. So that means we have y minus 2 to be equals to 5x. Let's divide both sides by 5. So we'll be left with 5 will cancel 5 here. So we are left with x equals to y minus 2 over 5. And finally, let's replace x with f inverse of x and y with x. So that will leave us with f inverse of x to be equals to x minus 2 everything over 5. So this will be this will be g of x rather. Okay, g inverse of x. So g inverse of x will be equals to x minus 2 over 5. So this is g inverse of x. Let's go to part B. H of x equals to as squared plus 1. Find the value of a when h of negative 2 equals to 21. So the first thing we need to do is to compute h of negative 2. Then we set the results to 21, and we can easily find the value of a there. So this is h of x. So let's find h of negative 2. H of negative 2 means anywhere we see x in h of x, we pass in negative 2. So this will be equals to a into x will be negative 2, then squared, then plus 1. So this will be equals to a into 4 plus 1. This will be equals to 4a plus 1. So this is h of negative 2. But we are told that h of negative 2 is equals to 21. So that means we can put 21 here. Then we have a linear or simple equation. So let's collect like times. We have 21 subtract 1 equals to 4a. So we have 20 to be equals to 4a. So let's divide both sides by 4. So a will be equals to 20 over 4. And that will be equals to 5. So the value of a is equals to 5. So let's go to another question. So that will be question 23 of paper 0580 21 October November 2018. So we have three functions, f of x, g of x, and h of x respectively. So h of 3x equals to k to the power of x. Find the value of k. So the first thing we need to do is to find h of 3x from h of x. Okay, so since we know that h of x equals to 3 to the power of x, then h of 3x will be, anywhere we see x in h of x, we pass in 3x. So this will be 3 to the power of 3x. Okay, that is h of x, h of 3x. And we are told that h of 3x, that is this one, is equals to k. So that means is equals to k to the power of x. So we have k to the power of x to be equals to 3 to the power of 3x. Okay, so from here, sorry for that. So from here, x can cancel out x. So x, we cancel x from here. Okay, sorry. So x will cancel x from here. So we are left with k to be equals to 3 to the power of 3. And that will be 3 times 3 times 3. And that will be nothing but 27. So let's go to part B. Find the value of x when f of x equals to g of 2. So the first thing is to get g of 2. So we know that g of x is equals to x to the power of 4. Then g of 2 will be equals to 2 to the power of 4, which is equals to 16. Okay, now g of 2 is equals to f of x. So f of x is giving us 7 plus 3x. 7 plus 3x. Okay, so that means 7 plus 3x should be equals to 16. So let's see. Yes, 7 plus 3x, that's correct. So we can say 7 plus 3x, that is f of x, equals to g of 2, which is 16. Then if we collect like times, so you see that 7 or 3x equals to 16 minus 7. So that is what you should get. Okay, so that will be 3x will be equals to 16 minus 7. That will be 9. If you divide both sides by 3, okay, so x will be equals to 3. So let's go to the next question. That is part C. Find the inverse of f of x. Okay, so we already know that f of x is equals to 7 plus 3x. 7 plus 3x. Okay, as usual, let's f of x to be equals to y. That leaves us with y equals to 7 plus 3x. Okay, so let's make x the subject of the formula. So you have y minus 7 equals to 3x. So let's divide both sides by 3. So that will leave us with y minus 7, everything over 3 to be equals to x. Okay, so finally I will replace x with f inverse of x and y with x. So that will give us x minus 7, everything over 3 equals to f inverse of x. So this is what you will get Okay, so this is the end of part 1. So watch out for part 2, where I'll be solving all the IGCSE function questions in 2019. So don't forget, as usual, we have 2 documents below this video. The description section below this video, you have the past paper solved in this video. You also have a document or a file named Checkup. It's a set of new questions for you to test your understanding. Okay, see you guys later.